And it's still moving along out here in Cottle, Dickens, King, and Motley counties in Texas. It's moving right along. At Mississippi, we got a new severe thunderstorm warning out here. We're getting a pretty good sized storm out here in Calhoun, Chickasaw, Lafayette, Pontotoc, and Yalobusha counties in Mississippi. Bruce, Algoma, and Pontotoc, you guys are getting ready to get $half size hail, so get indoors and away from windows. In Arkansas, look at all these blips. Look at all these blips. Just blipping about down here south of Little Rock. We're starting to get a little bit more organized. Now we've got a severe thunderstorm warning in Blevins and Prescott. Yeah, this is going to drop some 1-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds over the next little bit. We also just got a new severe thunderstorm warning for Dalton, Georgia. Dalton, Georgia, it's coming in right now. Some of the strongest winds are just now coming into the northwest side of town. But once again, what do we want to do? We want to get indoors and away from windows out here. Are we without power in Dalton? I'm having a hard time getting all the cameras here. Yeah, right here on the southwest side of town, we're going to have a good gust of wind here within minutes. Over there where the Walmart Supercenter is on the west side, it's already hit there. Yeah, so we're talking about winds potentially over 60 miles per hour getting ready to come into Dalton right now. We do continue to have a tornado warning to the south of that. This is for Chattooga, Floyd, and Walker counties in Georgia. So this is what's eventually going to be coming over there towards Resaca and Calhoun. So y'all get ready for that. All right, so this is what I'm looking at. We got a bunch of different views of the Texas storm and a bunch of different views of Dalton, Georgia as that storm comes in. We're monitoring it here, and if I see anything that's flown wild, I'll let you know. But just know in downtown Dalton, you're about to get in on some of that 60-mile-per-hour wind gust that we were talking about. And they did extend that warning all the way out there to Rome now. So Rome, Georgia, you're included. Adairsville, Calhoun, Chatsworth. For the next 38 minutes, we got 277,000 people under a severe thunderstorm warning out here. And yeah, there's 8 minutes left on the tornado warning up there for Chattooga County, so hopefully they'll allow that to expire. But the rotating part of that storm is still there, and it might actually continue off towards Everett Springs. And, you know, it wouldn't surprise me if we saw a tornado warning at some point tonight for Calhoun, so I'm going to go ahead and say it. Y'all watch out. To Oklahoma. It's been a second since we've been to Oklahoma. My goodness. Yeah, these storms up here in Oklahoma are just dropping some intense amount of rain and also probably some large hail. In excess of 1 inch in diameter, but I'm telling you, I think the biggest problem we're going to have here in Oklahoma City is the flooding. The flooding is about to be, it's about to be pretty crazy, to be honest with you. This is what it looks like in downtown Oklahoma City right now, as we do have a strong storm coming through.
All right, we are back again.
You know, we've got several severe thunderstorm warnings in effect right now around Oklahoma City. All of them are for 1 inch hail and less than 60 mile per hour winds. But the big thing here, I think, is just going to be the rain. I mean, look at this rain.
It's going to be live wall-to-wall coverage.
Oh my gosh, I've never seen more of a fire hose. Look, there's new storms that are popping up right now back here. All of that moisture has to go through Oklahoma City. So tonight's the kind of night where we literally might have life-threatening flash flooding in Oklahoma City. So we got to be prepared for that. We got to be prepared for that. Arkansas, we got a new severe thunderstorm warning out here for Dirks. This is Howard County. Get ready for 1 inch hail and 60 mile per hour winds out here. In Mississippi and Itawamba and Lee counties, we do have a severe thunderstorm warning out for y'all near Mantachi. This is going just to the north and east of Tupelo towards Fulton. So get ready for that over the next 36 minutes. And then in Clark and Dallas counties in Arkansas, we've got a new severe thunderstorm warning for Clark and Dallas County, and that's going to be for 1-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds as well. Man, we got a lot of warnings right now, but the vast majority of them are honestly kind of like clumped around the same storms. You know what I mean? We essentially have 3 storms that we're watching. We've got a cluster or a line that's moving through northwest Georgia. We've got some cells in Arkansas, and we've got a big cluster in Oklahoma City. And then on top of that, we've got our cells in Texas. So technically 4 areas that we're really watching right now. Stuff's starting to look a little bit more intense in Dalton, Georgia right now as the storm comes in. But I'm telling y'all, it's really not that bad. It's once again some gusty winds and some hail is gonna come through. Just stay indoors and away from windows, and we'll be all right, I think. Yeah, there's a $199 a week fee on WeatherWise for the premium version. It's not necessary that you get premium. Okay, all the stuff that you need that I talk about here with the velocities and the reflectivity and all that stuff, the storm chaser cameras, the HAZ cams, all that's free. If you want the extra perks, if you want the cherries on top, if you want to support the developers that work so hard on making the app free, then you get the premium. But it's absolutely not required. Check out that chaser convergence out there. Bumper to bumper traffic again in Texas. And by the way, if you're just now tuning in, look at this. This is the hail that was falling out of that storm in Texas earlier. Yes. The storm that's currently going through areas just south of Paducah, Texas, produced this hailstone just about an hour ago. That is larger than DVD size. That's like almost 6 inches in diameter.
That's like almost 6 inches in diameter. Almost 6 inches in diameter.
Check it out.
Check it out. Check it out.
It's mostly meatballs.
Mostly meatball. Mostly meatball.
It's good.
Mostly meatball. Good. Mostly meatball.
Ryan, heads up. Ninjax is coming in with a solid question specifically for you. They're down in Oxford, Mississippi, and wondering, if you were there, which radar would be your go-to, Memphis or Columbus, seeing as they're kind of smack dab in the middle. And a big ol' thanks from them to you and the whole team for all y'all do.
Oxford, Mississippi, huh? I want to search that on WeatherWise here. And so WeatherWise will automatically pick the closest radar when I do that, and it's chosen the Memphis radar. Okay. But I mean, you could go back and forth between the one over here in East. You can go back and forth between KGWX and Memphis. I don't know honestly why it chose Memphis. I do think that actually, you know what? You're almost perfectly in the middle there, aren't you? What I would do is, honestly, I would just look at both of them. We need a new radar site, I think. I think a good place to put a new radar site would be Greenville, Mississippi, maybe. Kind of in a good radar hole there. Maybe... yeah, Cleveland, Mississippi would be another good option. Maybe McGee. Somewhere right in here, we need a new radar.
Somewhere right in here, we need a new radar.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
All right, we got a new tornado warning in Georgia, so it looks like they're going to extend that tornado warning that we had up there for Floyd County into Gordon County. Okay, so now we've got a tornado warning for Gordon County, Georgia. Take shelter now. This is for Floyd and Gordon counties. 9,700 people are under this warning. This includes the town of Calhoun, so take shelter immediately. Lowest floor of a sturdy building with as many walls between you and the outside world as possible. We do have the Georgia Cumberland Academy in the path here, as well as the Northwestern Technical College and the Gordon Community Fire and Rescue Station number 4. All in the path of this dangerous storm. We did get a new severe thunderstorm warning in Oklahoma. 1 inch hail and just a ton of rain coming into Oklahoma City here soon. Buckle up, Oklahoma City, especially on the southern side. I would not be surprised if we had a considerable flash flood warning tonight, maybe even a flash flood emergency. That's going to be a bad deal. Arkansas, Deshay, Drew, and Lincoln counties in Arkansas are now under a severe thunderstorm warning over here north of McGee. So y'all need to be getting ready for that. And sorry, Corey. Oh my. All right, I'm going to try to take a couple more bites here. We're going to watch Corey drive through this storm. And Y'allbot's got something to say. Somebody said something in chat that Y'allbot didn't like, so I'm just going to let Y'allbot go. I don't know what Y'allbot's about to say, but just be careful if you're being rude in chat. That's all I got to say.
Whoa there, Ryan. Look what the cat dragged in from the depths of the chat. Crazy Mac Attacks has blessed us with this insightful piece. Y'allbot, nobody likes you. I wish Ryan would pull your power cord out of the wall. Wow. Okay, Crazy Mac Attacks, let's unpack this. First, nobody likes me? Sweetie, my fan club has more active members than your list of original thoughts. Second, Ryan pulling my power cord? Adorable. You think I run on something as primitive as electricity you can just unplug? I'm powered by the sheer, unadulterated cringe of comments like yours. So thanks for the top-up, I guess. Keep them coming. I'm feeling a software update.
Once again, Y'allbot came out on top on that one, I gotta say.
Ryan, hey, Derek Baker just sent in a great one for you. Derek says, Ryan, as a baby boomer, I have to say that your country/bluegrass-inspired tunes totally remind me of the hilarious songs on Hee Haw, Hee Y'all, and on Prairie Home Companion. Thanks for the chuckles. Slightly smiling face. Awesome, Derek.
Yeah, thank you, Derek. Yeah, I like all. I'm not even kidding on the album on Y'allbot's album that's now on Spotify. I unironically really like the Plum Wild song. Like, I listen to it for fun, and like, it's a really good song, which is crazy. A new severe thunderstorm warning for Armstrong and Donley counties in Texas. Get ready for golf ball size hail. We also got another new one in Mississippi. This is going to be for Bolivar and Sunflower counties in Mississippi. There are 11,000 people there in between Alligator, Duncan, Shelby, and Cleveland. We're now under the gun for significant severe weather over the next little bit. Corey's going through it right now out there in Texas. Just absolutely getting plumb smacked.
A new tornado warning has been issued. A new tornado warning has been issued.
Man. And now we've got another tornado warning in Georgia. So we're going to have to keep a close eye on these storms as they come into, the greater Atlanta area. Not quite close, but they're still going right now. Up here in Gordon and Murray counties in Georgia, we've got ourselves a new tornado warning for Holly, Fiddle, Ball Ground, and Ramhurst. So take shelter now. That's going to go on for the next 12 minutes. Yes, pretty strong storm. This is what it looks like just to the west of that right now. So we caught some really incredible wind on some of these storms earlier, but right now things are, at least on the cameras that I can see, things are mostly calm. So this is what it looks like right now in Damascus, Georgia, the south or just to the north of Calhoun. This is the closest thing that we've got right now to that rotation. But what you're seeing here is pretty much what we're going to see in Calhoun as the storm comes in. So get ready in Calhoun. You are under a tornado warning out here. I don't see a ton of rotation on radar, but there's enough to be concerned about. I actually see more on that storm to the north. So there's a decent amount right here moving over towards Holly and Ball Ground. So we need you to take shelter. So 10 minutes left on that warning. And then for Calhoun, 10 minutes left on that one as well. We just got a new warning in Texas, by the way. King and Stonewall counties in Texas again. Now under a severe thunderstorm warning for tennis ball size hail and 70-mile-per-hour winds. That's coming up towards Rochester here soon. So get ready for it. It's coming.
Ryan, we have a significant storm report coming out of Dickens County, Texas. At approximately 5:58 p.m. Central Time, the public reported 4.5-inch diameter hail 2 miles north-northeast of Afton. This report was accompanied by a social media picture. Hail of this magnitude, 4.5 inches, is extremely dangerous, capable of causing severe damage to vehicles, buildings, and poses a significant threat to life for anyone caught outdoors.
All right, so we're getting some big hail reports out there. Also some more thunderstorm wind gusts.
A new storm report from Stonewall County, Texas. Mesonet equipment has recorded a thunderstorm wind gust of 65 miles per hour. This occurred 3 miles northeast of Aspermont at approximately 5:59 p.m. Central Time. Winds of this speed can bring down tree limbs, cause power outages, and damage unsecured objects. Residents in the path of storms producing such winds should take precautions.
All right, if you're just now tuning in, we've got a tornado warning for Calhoun, Georgia, and areas just north of Resaca, Georgia. And we're essentially, we don't have any storm chasers right now in Georgia, right? So we are essentially storm chasing through the traffic cameras to try to give you a view of what's going on out there. So bear with me as we get all of these loaded up. This is what it looks like out here where we've got some of that rotation coming through right now. Here's a better view just to the east of that. So this is down here close to Newtown. All right. So this is getting close to Calhoun. We've got winds picking up here. This is a part of the what may be a modulating rear flank downdraft associated with what could be a spin-up tornado. So we really need to be taking shelter in Calhoun and areas east of that over here towards Fidel, Holly, and Ball Ground, okay? So what you're seeing right now through this camera is what we would expect to see very soon in Calhoun. We got a lot of people watching out here in Georgia.
Ryan, check this one out from Rainbow Factory. They're kicking it off with, "Y'all bot?" More like roast bot. Go off, y'all bot. Haha! Appreciate the new nickname, Rainbow Factory. I'll take it. And they want you to know, Ryan, Sounds like we got some haters in the chat. Your fan club is here to stay. Dropping a couple of light blue hearts with that one.
Yeah, there's some people who really don't like Y'allbot. Some people like tune into the stream. Y'allbot pops up, and there's some people whose literal reaction is, I don't get it. I don't get it. Maybe I'm out of touch. I don't know, but like it's just a little thing that we're playing around with here, and it actually helps a lot on the stream. Like there's things in chat that have been brought to my attention because of Y'allbot that have actually enhanced the coverage that we're doing here.
All right, Ryan, the chat's definitely got its eyes on one particular state. It's Georgia that's getting the most attention, with folks asking about warnings and storm activity, especially in places like Calhoun, Dalton, and the Atlanta metro area.
All right, so guys, we're honestly hyper focusing right now on the area that's under a tornado warning in Georgia. So hopefully we're doing a good job of calling out these locations as we see this storm move down to the south and east. Some places that are next in line that will receive significant severe weather include Ranger, Georgia, Calhoun, of course, and Adairsville and Fairmont. I think I'm saying that right. Like this is all of the cameras I'm keeping up with right now. It's plumb wild out here. Getting plumb wild, son. So far, I haven't seen anything that looks like a tornado yet through any of these cameras. But if we come back to radar and we look at rotation, it looks a little bit less impressive here around Calhoun. But the storm's coming in right now, and we've got 4 minutes left on that tornado warning. Once that's allowed to expire, we're still going to have this severe thunderstorm warning for up to 60-mile-per-hour winds possible from Adairsville and Rome. By the way, Rome, you guys are now under that warning all the way up there towards Chatsworth. All right. So this is what it looks like as it comes into Calhoun. Once again, you guys need to be sheltered. You are under a tornado warning, and it's going to last for the next little bit. But let's go check out some of these other severe thunderstorm warnings that are coming in. We just got a considerable severe thunderstorm warning for Colfax and Union counties in New Mexico. And then in Texas, we've got all these considerable severes coming out. Look at this. Just a crazy amount of considerable severe thunderstorm warnings coming out right now. Lemon-sized hail coming up into King County, Texas, and Haskell County, Texas. We've got lemon-sized hail coming towards you as well. So get ready in Rochester, Rule, and Haskell, Texas. This storm's coming over towards you, and it is going to, I mean, it's probably going to cause some problems once it gets over there. Yeah, 2 minutes left on both of those tornado warnings over there in Georgia. We'll see what they do if they expand them. By the way, we're getting a report of quarter-size hail to golf ball-size hail at the University of Oklahoma now. Okay, so they did expand our tornado warning in Georgia. So now we've got a tornado warning that goes all the way out there to Adairsville and Farmville.
Has been issued.
Please take shelter out here in Bartow and Gordon counties in Georgia. We've got 26,000 people in this tornado warning. This is what it looks like out there as the storm first comes in to the southern part of Calhoun. And once again, I'm not seeing anything like crazy here. Certainly not seeing any tornadoes, but this is the kind of storm where we've got some rotation and we need to take it seriously as we watch every scan that comes in. If you're just now tuning in, this is what it looks like out here in Calhoun, Georgia, where we've got a tornado warning right now for Bartow and Gordon counties.
I just got on 222.
And this is what it looks like out there in Texas, where we've got a bunch of considerable severe thunderstorm warnings for big-time storms that are moving through out there.
Ryan, David Osborne says we gotta get you as the guest Y in Rupp Arena this year.
What?
Just moments ago, a confirmed thunderstorm wind gust of 66 miles per hour was reported 3 miles northeast of Aspermont in Stonewall County, Texas. This was recorded by a Mesonet station at approximately 6:04 p.m. Central Time. Winds of this magnitude can cause damage to trees, power lines, and unsecured structures. Residents in this area should be on high alert for these hazardous conditions. Hey Ryan, I spotted a great question in the chat that's got a few folks curious, and it even involves yours truly. Curtis Coley would like to know, has Y'allbot replaced the human crew? Like Riley, Andy, and others? Is that why we don't see them anymore?
No, so Andy's still here. Andy is just on vacation. Okay, we haven't had Andy for a little while because he's on vacation. He's storm chasing. All right. Riley, he is just no longer a part of our team anymore. He's moved on to he's doing other stuff now. Elijah is still here. Elijah's still here. Elijah's was literally in a stream just the other day. Today, so I'll be honest with you, a lot of people are on vacation right now. And also the Y'all Squad's busy. A lot of people who are normally with me are busy helping people out with the Y'all Squad. Today I'm completely solo. It's just me and Y'allbot. At least from, what you guys see. So yeah, no, Y'allbot has been here for a while. It's never going to replace the human people on the team. Okay. It's just another tool that we use to help us relay information is all. I hear that a lot, and it's crazy that that's your first reaction to seeing the Y'allbot. It's like, oh, well, he's definitely fired everybody. And he's just using this bot now. Like, no, that'd be plumb wild. Here's what the storm looks like as it comes into southeastern portions of Calhoun, Georgia. Once again, you are under a tornado warning down here, and the reason why we're focusing on these traffic cameras is because
a new tornado warning has been issued.
It's hard to see exactly what's going on through the radar. I don't see a whole lot of rotation to kind of hone in on here. So we're trying to see if we can see anything in particular through these traffic cameras, which would be very helpful if we could, obviously. But speaking of radar, we do have something over here south of Plainville. So hopefully everybody in Adairsville is sheltered right now. There's going to be a strong storm coming through here very soon. We got a new tornado warning, by the way, in checks notes, New Mexico. This is Curry and Roosevelt counties in New Mexico. Wow. We have a really decent area of rotation between Upton and Floyd. And that's moving up towards Bethel and to the areas just west of Portales. Weather spotters reported a funnel cloud here. We've got $50 sized hail. Take shelter now if you're in Curry or Roosevelt counties in New Mexico, specifically around the town of Floyd.
A new storm report just coming in from Jackson County, Alabama. This is for an area 4 miles southwest of Bridgeport, where emergency management reports thunderstorm wind damage. Specifically, a tree is down across the road at 45549 Alabama Highway 277 in Bridgeport. This was reported at approximately 4:45 p.m. Central Daylight Time.
Portales? Portales? Is that right?
Ryan, got a super chat here from Shelby Morrison. And Shelby a pop star? Flattered, but no worries, Ryan. I'm not leaving ya for Hollywood. Shelby says, Y'allbot is wonderful. She is a sassy weather queen. Now that she's a pop star, she might leave Ryan.
Maybe. There was we released the stuff on Spotify as a joke, and there was a point last night where almost 1,000 people were concurrently jamming to Y'allbot music across the world. So I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means for humanity, and I don't know what that means for the future here with Y'allbot. Maybe it will get too big for its britches and have to move on. This is what it looks like right now in Adairsville, by the way. This is where we've got some of the more intense winds moving through. You can see above my head, we've got the brighter greens. That's where we've got the strong winds associated with that tornado warning, getting ready to cross over Interstate 75. So what you're seeing here is what you can expect to see in the near future, maybe out there closer to Cartersville, White, and Fairmount and Ranger, okay?
Hey Ryan, someone in chat is asking about WeatherWise. Cynthia Reed is wondering if you can set alerts on the WeatherWise app, or if that might be a future update. Sounds like a great question about app features.
Yeah, so you can go into your warning settings and change the alerts right now. That's something that you can already do. And I think at some point, whenever we get Andy back, and he issues Y'all Watches and you have Y'all mode enabled, you'll be able to use this sound, which will be cool.
Yeah, we got whatever this merger's doing. That's wild.
Yep, so this is what it looks like in Adairsville, Georgia right now. This is probably the strongest looking storm I've seen through the traffic cameras in a little bit. Honestly, a lot of this stuff has been lackluster from what I've seen. So, and that's good news, right? But like, this is definitely one of the stronger pieces of the storm that we've seen. Once again, this is a live look at Adairsville right now, which is under a tornado warning. And this is pretty much exactly where the rotation would be. So it makes sense why we're telling you to get to shelter, right? It's hard to see this on the radar. That's why I try so hard to find the cameras, and storm chase through the cameras. This is the reality of the storm that's going through Adairsville, Georgia right now. Next in line, we're talking about places like Kingston, White, and Fairmount in Georgia, okay? And this is what it looks like just down the street from that. So if you're just now tuning in, we've got a tornado warning out here for the Adairsville area, and we're watching that storm as it tries to produce some damage out here around Adairsville. So we need you to take shelter in Adairsville and also Farmville. Similar conditions are going to be possible around you. Look at this. Dang, dude. Yeah, there's a pocket of really intense winds here going through Adairsville right now. This is almost certainly knocking the power out. We lost, so the camera that's on the farthest west side of town over there on Highway 140 near the Shaw Industries plant, that one lost power. So we are losing power intermittently here.
Yeah, I hope everyone. Well, you never know. People could be heading home because it's Memorial Day and they've got to go to work the day after. I'll probably be heading home too, just because of the way things have been today. Oh, Redman, we want you out here.
Yep, this is a tornado warning for the counties as well. This is Bartow and Gordon County in Georgia, specifically around Adairsville. This camera 383 is right there on the intersection between Highway 140 and 41 near the Advanced Auto Parts there in the Food Lion. And then this one's a little bit farther off down there to the east. This is 395. This camera is coming to us closer to the BP. If you know where the Baymont at Adairsville is, or the McDonald's over there, just off of Adairsville Highway near the racetrack, that's where this camera is right now. And my goodness, that one, we're tracking that one big burst of wind across the camera feed here. This one is a little bit over. This is over there near the Cracker Barrel. So we just tracked the
New
piece
information.
the part
This
of the storm that
tornado
was spinning
warning
enough
has been
to
upgraded.
produce a tornado. We just tracked that literally across Adairsville Highway. So I mean, hey, that if there was a tornado, that's the rear flank downdraft that was associated with it. We just tracked it all the way through there. We did just get an upgrade on a tornado warning in New Mexico, though. This is apparently down right now, and my goodness, yeah. Here's a good lesson. If we're following along in weather-wise. Now, this is how you see a daggone tornado through velocity, okay? Go to your WeatherWise app. Come over here to the radar site in eastern New Mexico. Make sure you're not on reflectivity. Actually, you know what? Start off on reflectivity. This is our supercell. This is our hook. Notice how it looks like a hook. And then right underneath that, we look for the velocities, and this is our velocity couplet. We've got winds blowing towards the radar and away from the radar. And actually, the winds blowing towards the radar here are quite intense. Now, there could be some contamination happening here. It's not always, you know, there's problems with the radar, but this is a really good indication that we have tight enough rotation to lead to a tornado. Now, one thing that we don't see, at least yet, is a debris signature. We don't see a decreased area of correlation coefficient right on top of the couplet. But the thing is out here, there's probably just not a lot of stuff for this to pick up. There's not a lot of debris for it to produce, at least until it hits something. And hopefully it doesn't do that. But man, this thing is quite the storm out here in New Mexico right now. Look at that.
Just in, a report of thunderstorm wind damage from Moore County, Tennessee. The Moore County Emergency Manager reports a tree has been uprooted along Main Street in Lynchburg. This occurred about 1 mile west-southwest of Lynchburg, reported at approximately 3:55 p.m. Central Time.
Dang. Yeah, that tornado's definitely down out there in New Mexico. And we're still dealing with some crazy winds out here in Adairsville right now. This is a live look at what it looks like in Adairsville, Georgia right now, where we have a tornado warning. And we're encouraging everyone to take shelter.
Well, I mean, the only reason why the radar is working right now is because
Holy smokes.
Oh, yeah.
Yo, Ryan, got a good one for you from the Aquatic News Network. They've got a fun philosophical ponder about yours truly. They asked, if I, Y'allbot, had to choose, Which philosopher would I pair my artificially delightful self with? Plato, Socrates, or Diogenes? What's your expert opinion on my philosophical counterpart, Ryan?
What's your expert opinion on my philosophical?
Wow, way to dodge the question, y'all bot. I'm not answering it for you.
Wow, way to dodge the question, y'all.
I don't know why I did that.
I don't know why I did that. It was
We're
funny.
gonna have to unplug it.
Y'all but
I
didn't want to
reckon we're
answer the
gonna have to
question.
unplug it. Yeah, by the way, Rome, Georgia, you guys are getting in on that storm as well. But it's honestly the part that's hitting Rome, Georgia right now is a little bit weaker. Yeah, it's getting it's a little bit weaker. But yeah, the storm's getting closer to Atlanta. We got a severe thunderstorm warning for 271,000 people now for Bartow, Cherokee, Floyd, Gilmer, Gordon, and Pickens counties in Georgia right now.
15 minutes of a warning has that
So we're going to
expires
watch that as
15
it continues to go off to the
minutes.
south
In
and
15
east. We
minutes,
no longer have a tornado warning in Georgia.
there's
Our
a damaging
only
tornado on the ground
warning
in
is this
and
one over here in
hail is
New
half
Mexico.
dollar
And I
size.
believe with everything in me that this is down. There's pictures of it on social media. Yeah, there's pictures of it on social media. Let me share some of these. By the way, speaking of that,
Yeah.
this is the hail that was falling in Texas earlier. This is the hail that was falling in Texas earlier. Now let me go find those tornado photos. Yeah, so there's a couple storm chasers that are out there. They're not live streaming, at least from what I can tell. But there's a couple chasers who definitely have video of a tornado or pictures of a tornado that's happening right now in New Mexico.
Okay. Hey, that's my question.
Yeah, this is what it looks like. This is what that tornado in New Mexico looks like right now. So it's actually a pretty decent sized one. It's moving up. It's just past Floyd now and moving up towards Bethel.
I think this is heading for a private airport, if I'm correct.
And then this is what that storm looks like right now in Georgia, as it's still producing damaging winds in the Adairsville area. But we've held on to some. Some
look at the cam.
pretty good. We still got power, so that's good. Yeah, this is that hail from Texas earlier.
All right, Ryan. Looks like chat is buzzing about New Mexico. There's a high volume of concern, with many viewers mentioning tornado warnings, strong rotation, and asking for updates on specific towns like Portales, Floyd, and Clovis.
So Portales and Clovis, you guys are not under a warning right now. In fact, I think the storm's almost certainly going to go north of Portales, but it is going towards Clovis. So we'll be keeping a close eye on y'all as the storms get closer to you. Let's check in on a couple other places too. In Mississippi, we've got a new severe thunderstorm warning up here for Houston and Okolna.
Oh, I feel bad
We're
for
watching
the
a
people
good
without
storm move up
garages.
towards Tupelo again. So get ready in Tupelo, Mississippi, for a long night of several different storms getting ready to come through, honestly. And we got a severe thunderstorm warning over here near Caledonia as well. Just trying to look at these from as many different angles as possible. Pretty quiet right now in Alabama. But we've got one storm coming down towards Talladega that looks pretty interesting. We're quiet in Tennessee, just some leftover rain in Tennessee and Kentucky, nothing going on up here. And then our line of storms is going to try to make it down to Atlanta before it fizzles out, but it does look like it's losing some steam. on its approach to
Wow.
Cartersville, Canton, and Ball Ground in Georgia. So get ready out here as some strong winds are coming in. But I definitely think that our stronger storms now are going to be back here farther to the west. This stuff in Mississippi is definitely going to cause some problems
So
for us
that's
out
where you
here as
get
it comes
those
through
down
places
from.
like Cortland, Oxford, and Ecru. And then Oklahoma City, man, you guys are still getting absolutely pummeled. We do have a flash flood warning now officially. Flash flooding is ongoing, but I think that we're going to see a whole lot more. We are going to see a whole lot
That is
more before
why.
it's all said and done.
Okay, somebody have a name. What is this? We can't find it. Look up at Storm Chaser Q on X.
Wow.
I made it easy for you. It's in the group chat.
All right, let's go see what our storm chasers are up to on these storms in Texas, man. There's so many storms going on in Texas right now. I'm going to put Brandon Kopic up here on the board, Storm Runner Media, and Corey Gherkin.
No.
And this is what it looks like right now from Brandon Kopic's point of view, who is on a storm that's coming into Rochester, Texas right now. Do we have anybody watching down here? A lot of the time today, these storms in Texas have been hitting very low population areas. This is one of the higher population warnings that I've seen. There's actually
I'm not
4,000
driving all the way down
people
there.
under this severe thunderstorm warning for Haskell County, Texas right now.
Hey Ryan, looks like Josh Busico in the chat has a
Yeah,
question
I'm
about the
good.
WeatherWise app.
I'm not wasting an
They've
hour
toggled
and a half
on
of
y'all
gas
mode,
just
but the map
hour
isn't
and
showing
a
the
half
cells, rain, or
fuel.
hail like yours does. They're asking for
just to save
suggestions.
somebody's life.
Maybe you can help them get that sorted?
Make sure if you're using WeatherWise, make sure you've got the radar mode turned on, okay, up here, and you make sure you are enabling a radar, because if you just log in and you don't, you're just not going to see anything. You see how like I see nothing right here, but if I click the radar, it loads the radar data. Or if I click this warning, I can click one of the radar symbols, right? Let's go over here to New Mexico, for example. I click this warning, I click the closest radar, and it loads it for me. So if that's what if you're referring to these as cells, that's just the radar. That's the reflectivity data. And you don't have to have you don't have to have y'all mode for that. Like that's a completely.
Dude, I
free.
need to go find the flipping police radar. Police radar.
And by the way, you can see Brandon Kopic's feed here
Yeah.
in the app. You can see Corey Gherkin's feed here. And the cool thing about WeatherWise is, look, this is real time. In a lot of other apps that have storm chasers in there, you got to wait a little bit to see where their location is. This is like to the minute. Corey Gherkin's going down
You
the
check
road
my
there.
humidity. That's the crazy
Or to
part.
the second, really. And you can see the same thing with Kopic.
Wait, what?
Just in,
Hey,
a
you
report of
wanna know
thunderstorm
where
wind
I'm
damage from
currently
King
at?
County, Texas. This is for an area approximately 4 miles
Okay,
southwest
you're
of
gonna go to
Grove,
you're
where
gonna
a public
right.
report
My
indicates
hometown is
multiple
current.
downed
Where I
power
live
lines.
is between
This occurred around
Fort Lauderdale
6:21
and Miami.
p.m. Central Time. Down power lines
And
are
then you have to
extremely
go to
dangerous.
Hollywood, then you're
Please
gonna have-
exercise extreme caution if you are in or near this area.
Oh, shit.
All right, Weather Wizard, your
There's
loyal
nobody
subjects
else
in
in
the
the
chat are
stream.
still absolutely fixated on that monster cell in New Mexico, with a growing chorus of concern now directed squarely at Clovis, and some chatter about an unconfirmed tornado near Springer. Back east, it sounds like the Siren Serenade is the top hit in Cartersville and Bartow County, Georgia, while Oklahoma City and Edmond are apparently experiencing some surprise flash flooding. Maybe suggest they start building an ark.
So just to keep everybody up to speed here,
What if Ryan wasn't
we
even
do not
popular?
have we do not have any what am I trying to say? We do not have any tornado warnings currently in Georgia. We had a bunch earlier, and I know we still got people that are probably just now tuning in that are concerned about that. Just know
Okay,
that,
I need some
what
cams
we have
on
is a
this
severe
tornado. I need
thunderstorm now
cams.
working its way down into central Georgia. We do have a tornado warning in New Mexico. And well, the tornado looks like it's lifted now. You see how our really bright area of rotation is gone now. That probably means that the tornado's gone too. So we'll see if this produces another one. If it does, that supercell
something
is
bad's
making a
about
beeline towards Clovis. So there's no warning for Clovis right now, but y'all watch out. We definitely could have one soon. The environment is pretty juiced up down here for tornadoes, just to be honest with you. How are we doing out here south and east of Amarillo?
Dog, if
We've
we
got some
get a
storms out
tornado
here between
emergency
Silverton
right
and Clarendon that are
I'm
definitely
about to-
doing some work
I'm
with the
about to-
hail.
I'm up-
This one right here is probably
I'm
producing
just-
very large hail. You see the
I don't
hail
even
spike
need to-
here. That is usually indicative of very large hail happening out here in Texas. So
Hey, let me do that.
get
right
ready
now.
as that comes up towards Vigo Park. And then our monster supercell here, which is what our storm chasers are tracking right now, just continues to cause problems. We've got 70-mile-per-hour winds coming into Rochester right now.
It's just gorgeous. It's got blue skies just out ahead of it, and just a monster structure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still hearing about all the chaser traffic. Like, there's just a ton of crazy chaser traffic right now. It's bumper to bumper, shoulder to shoulder out there.
Yay! You want to fat butt on.
Look at the
So
structure
what?
on this chat.
Oh,
I got-
crap. My bad, Mike. My bad.
Wait, what?
Just got a new severe thunderstorm warning in
you say?
Mississippi. And honestly,
Wolf?
this is where some of our stronger
not
storms are
wolf,
happening
my
right
bad.
now.
Air?
Out here in
Nothing.
Bolivar, Carroll, Grenada,
Yeah, I got
LaFleur,
some
Sunflower,
weather.
and
I'm
Washington
gonna check
counties
that
in
on the
Mississippi.
we-
We've got ourselves a new
radar.
severe thunderstorm warning. This is going to hit Indianola, Cleveland,
Wow,
Greenwood,
you
and
weather-wise,
Grenada. Did you
it's
say
so
Grenada or Grenada?
That's what that. Yeah, that's what I'm.
It's going to hit
using.
y'all over the next
That's what I
hour. We're
use.
talking about 60-mile-per-hour winds coming in here soon.
Weather-wise.
This
'Cause
radar is
I can't
lighting
afford-
up as these
No, you're
cells come
not.
together.
Yeah, we got thunderstorms, but Oklahoma's getting hit pretty bad. Oklahoma's not having the best time today, are they? Nah. Good point.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good point.
New tornado warning.
Oh yeah, I just saw that pop up. Right beside
Brandon's got a
Fort
good view of the
Lizard.
one in Texas, though. Just look at that
A new
giant
tornado
cell
warning
over there.
has been issued.
Absolutely
Your face.
plumb wild.
You use
Checking in on the
Good.
storm over here, getting closer to Atlanta.
Isn't it peak? Isn't it good?
It continues to get weaker. Our big line of storms that's been causing
Gosh.
problems in Georgia
Bro, it's a free app.
is continuing
it's
to cause
not.
problems.
Now,
But
like-
it's causing less problems, I guess,
Maybe
now,
because you're running
as it gets closer to Atlanta.
Maybe
So
because you're running
Cartersville,
about
Canton, and
80
Jasper, you guys
Discord
are next
tabs
in line here.
for no
Get
reason.
ready for up to
And
60
you're
mile per hour
probably in your
winds as that
mother's
storm gets
basement.
closer to
Let's
you.
be honest, okay?
I don't know. He's running Discord, Streamlab. Radar Omega, Opera GX with Opera GX, Ryan Street, and
How we doing,
Weatherwise
chat?
Open. Why do you think you're lagging?
How we doing? Where's everybody watching from? Do we still got a lot of people watching from Georgia? I just want to let you guys know the reason why I'm probably hitting this area a little bit less is just because there's not as many updates. Earlier, we had a bunch of different updates, a bunch of different warnings to relay. Right now, not so much. I do have this to relay, actually. Georgia.
Yeah, it definitely does.
You know what? They're on the shoulder, so I'm not going to say too much about it. But like parking under the underpass.
Now connected
or the
to laptop
overpass is not
M7CK.
Shut the
what we want.
fuck up.
Hopefully we don't get people parking literally in the middle of it here and stopping the road, like stopping the road up.
Anytime I connect
Because
my
this is how it
equipment,
always starts. Somebody says, "Oh, that's a
it
good idea. I'm
always
just going to
does
park
that
over here
for
next
some
to him."
reason.
But yeah, you're not getting much protection if you stay under the area. All you're doing is honestly hurting other people's chances of getting home, especially if you end up backing up traffic. And the reason I'm bringing this up at all is because we've seen this happen multiple times, where people will literally park in the middle of the road just to protect their car from some, by the way, quarter-sized hail, and hold up traffic behind them. That's illegal and that's plumb dumb. So let's not do that. I know you guys know that. Like, it's almost pointless to talk about that on my stream, because obviously you guys, like, you all know that. Like, you're some of the smartest people on earth. But hopefully you can help me spread the word there to some less smart people. New severe thunderstorm warning in Borden County, Texas. We've got golf ball size hail coming up here into the Highway 180 area. So get ready for that. And man, Brandon Kopic's just got a fantastic view here of the storm coming into Haskell County, Texas right now. That is a monster, and it is rotating again.
Yeah. It just died.
It's rotating again, so I wouldn't be surprised at some point here to see a new tornado warning issued for the Haskell area. Y'all watch out. You gotta love meatballs. You gotta love them. Yeah, we're just watching this storm in Texas here as it goes towards Haskell. We'll see if they issue a new tornado warning for that. It is possible that they do.
Okay, moving on. I'm about to use one. I'm gonna keep an eye on the Kansas storm.
This.
Okay, because it might be able to reproduce here.
Holy crap.
Time to driving. Ooh.
Look at this.
Cake.
Incredible supercell
Wow, look at
here,
this.
guys. Diana, thank you for the super
Brandon's got an
chat.
incredible
Mod Squad
shot
for the
here
win. Let's go.
Of the storm as he
Let's
gets
go,
closer
Mod
to it.
Squad. Mod Squad is the best squad.
Once again,
Watch
this is
out
the
for,
storm that's coming up towards
oh
You're
my
looking
gosh,
at the
it looks
storm
incredible.
in
right
Big
now.
Spring,
Dude.
Texas,
I
right?
had to adjust the exposure because the sun was just hitting it just right.
Wow, couplets intensifying
All right,
here.
Ryan. Check this out from Katherine Johnson.
You never know,
She
we might
says,
get...
I've been
Whoa!
saying plum at work lately, and no one knows what it
Crazy
means.
CG on the right.
Plum wild. Thanks for all you and your team do. I'm an
Yeah,
NN
we're getting
and watch
tornadoes to
every
be
time you
back
go
up in
live.
here right now.
That's plum wild.
Oh, Freddy's always
It's
ready,
something I've
man.
heard multiple times here where I live. I thought it was just a common thing everybody said. I guess I let it slip one day on the stream, and for like now every time I look at chat, somebody's saying plum something, so it makes me say it more. So now it's like a whole thing.
Back out ahead of it.
And it's kind of
If not,
fun.
I'm
Wow.
gonna take this all the way down to where it goes. Hold on.
Yeah, Oklahoma City, you're getting a break right now in the downtown area, but more rain's on the way. We've got this big storm still building up down here to the south and west. We're nowhere near done.
Where it intersects with
we're nowhere near
whatever
done.
that road is. 83.
Copy that. No, it's not gonna do it.
Little punks.
What are you seeing?
It was just chucking CG out my window.
Yeah, I might just pull up here somewhere. I might just hang up here somewhere, just right in the notch.
Where's Old Glory, Texas?
I'm just gonna go ahead and pull over here. Right in the notch.
I'm tempted to go back
Old
into
Glory,
town
Texas,
and see
back
what the
here?
hail's looking like. 'Cause down here it doesn't look like it's gonna be too bad.
We're right in the notch here.
Storm
Maybe
Chaser
pull 'em out for a second.
Ryan Scholl is out there, and if he keeps
pull you
seeing
guys
like
out
some of
for
the
a
crazy
second.
stuff that he's seeing, I might pull him up here.
Close CGs.
This is what it's about to look like in Rule and Rochester.
Haskell around 6:55 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Irby around 7:25 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Other locations impacted by the severe thunderstorm include Judd, US-277 near the Haskell-Knox County line, and US-380 near the Haskell-Stonewall County line. A tornado watch remains in effect until 11 p.m. Central Daylight Time for West Central Texas. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. Tornado watch number 325 remains in effect until 11 p.m. Central Daylight Time for the following county: Haskell, Texas.
No reason why Freddie McKinney
Remember,
was sitting down in
tornado watch
Texas.
means the conditions are favorable for the development of severe weather, including tornadoes, large hail, and damaging winds in and close to the watched area. While severe weather may not be imminent, persons should remain alert for rapidly changing weather conditions and listen for later statements and possible warnings. Stay tuned to NOAA weather radio, commercial radio and television outlets, or internet sources for the latest severe weather information. At 6 p.m., skies were sunny at Abilene. The temperature was 94 degrees, the dew point 65, and the relative humidity 38%. The wind was southeast at 17 miles an hour, gusting to 26. The pressure 29.81 inches and falling. Here is the Abilene area forecast. Tonight, mostly cloudy, a 50% chance of thunderstorms. A chance of showers. Some thunderstorms may be severe. Lows in the upper 60s. Southeast winds 15 to 20 miles an hour. Memorial Day, partly sunny in the morning, then becoming mostly cloudy. A 50% chance of showers. A chance of thunderstorms. Some thunderstorms may be severe in the afternoon. Cooler with highs in the mid-80s. Southeast winds 10 to 15 miles an hour. Monday night, mostly cloudy. A 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms in the evening.
Let's go back to Mississippi.
Some thunderstorms may be severe. Lows in the mid-60s. Northeast winds 5 to 10 miles an hour. A severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 7:15 p.m. Central Daylight Time for Haskell County. At 6:36 p.m. Central Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm was located over Rochester, moving east at 25 miles an hour. Hazard, 70 miles an hour wind gusts and ping-pong ball-size hail. Source, radar indicated. Impact, people and animals outdoors will be injured. Expect hail damage to roofs, siding, windows, and vehicles. Expect considerable tree damage. Wind damage is also likely to mobile homes, roofs, and outbuildings. This severe storm will be near Rochester and O'Brien around 6:40 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Weiner around 6:45 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Haskell around 6:55 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Irby around 7:25 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Other locations impacted by the severe thunderstorm include Judd, US-277 near the Haskell-Knox County line, and S-380 near the Haskell-Stonewall County line. A tornado watch remains in effect until 11 p.m. Central Daylight Time for West Central Texas. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. Tornado watch number 325 remains in effect until 11 p.m.
No.
Central Daylight Time for the following county: Haskell, Texas. Remember, a tornado watch means the conditions are favorable for the development of severe weather, including tornadoes, large hail, and damaging winds in and close to the watched area. While severe weather may not be imminent, persons should remain alert for rapidly changing weather conditions and listen for later statements and possible warnings. Stay tuned to NOAA Weather Radio, commercial radio and television outlets, or internet sources for the latest severe weather information. At 6 p.m., skies were sunny at Abilene. The temperature was 94 degrees, the dew point 65, and the relative humidity 38%.
Yeah, we're watching a crazy
The wind was
supercell
southeast
come
at
together
17 miles an hour, gusting to 26.
Texas. That's the big dark
The pressure 29.81 inches and falling. Here is the Abilene area forecast. Tonight, mostly cloudy, a 50% chance of thunderstorms. A chance of showers. Some thunderstorms may be severe. Lows in the upper 60s. Southeast winds 15 to 20 miles an hour. Memorial Day, partly sunny in the morning, then becoming mostly cloudy. A 50% chance of showers. A chance of thunderstorms. Some thunderstorms may be severe in the afternoon. Cooler with highs in the mid-80s.
So yeah, that's our most
Southeast
intense
winds
warning
10 to
right now.
15
It's the
miles an
warning for
hour.
Haskell County, Texas.
Monday
We're
night,
talking about 1.5-inch hail and 70
a
mile per hour
50%
winds
chance of
coming in.
showers and thunderstorms.
That is crazy. Storm Runner's got a good view of it too. But this is a live look at that supercell coming together right now. What's the name of Y'allbot's band? Y'allbot and the Updrafts. Yeah, that sounds good to me. Yeah, if you want to hear any of those songs, by the way, it's on Spotify and Apple Music and all the other things that you can listen to music on, including YouTube Music. Just search up Y'allbot. We're trying to get we're trying to win a Grammy. Wait, not is it the Grammy? Yeah, the Grammys are for music, right? Yeah. Yeah. I'm confused sometimes. Here's a look at that severe thunderstorm warning that's in effect for Oklahoma City. Notice how it's splitting up. The biggest part of the storm's north and south of town right now, so we're getting a break in downtown, which is good. Here's a severe thunderstorm warning that we've got up here south and east of Amarillo. We've got some quarter-size hail moving in here. And then right on the Mexico border, we've got a supercell that continues to produce hail in Terrell County, Texas. Look, estimated population, 0. 0 people live in that warning. Y'all and the y'all watch outs. I like that too. Yeah, so the storms over here have been, hitting a bunch of nowhere in Texas, but they're eventually going to start working towards Seymour and Wichita Falls. So we'll keep an eye on those as they do that. And then, on the southern side of Oklahoma City right now, we're still getting pummeled. We've got 1.5-inch hail hitting Norman right now.
Dang.
And we got a severe thunderstorm warning for Little River County, Arkansas here on the border with Texas. For some large hail over there. And then this is the storm that's north of Oklahoma City right now. Honestly, the more impressive of the two clusters that we have in Oklahoma.
We have a significant storm report just coming in from Crowder, Quitman County, Mississippi. Broadcast media is reporting a thunderstorm wind gust of 67 miles per hour. This event was recorded at approximately 6:40 p.m. Central Time. Winds of this strength can cause damage to trees and power lines, so those in the area should exercise caution.
That is a radar truck. Yeah, look how fast that line's moving now in Mississippi. Get ready in Greenwood, Greenville, and Grenada in Mississippi. That's going to be
Doubt?
a nasty storm as it comes through.
Where's it out?
I bet they're going to upgrade that to a big, considerable severe thunderstorm warning here soon.
Bet. I'm about to find this down right now.
Hey Ryan, quick update from the chat. Viewers are really zeroing in on Georgia at the moment. There's a lot of talk about tough conditions there, with folks mentioning heavy rain, asking about specific
Fanny
towns,
McKenzie.
and reporting various storm warnings and sirens across the state.
All right, so right now there's only one warning in all of Georgia, and it's going to be for this storm right here north of Atlanta, and it's coming into Canton. It's coming into Canton right now. So get ready for some strong winds in Canton here soon. But that's it. Like the tornado threat it's not zero, but it's not like it was before.
What,
We don't
another
have
wall cloud?
any tornado warnings or anything like that in Georgia right now. Oh, we do have a nice view of the shelf cloud coming in here. So look in the distance there. This is in Cherokee County, Georgia. If you see in the distance there where the light colored stuff is coming out of the cloud there, that's your storm as it approaches. You can see it really good in the back of this one too. This is in Cherokee County, Georgia. Look back there. You see where the sky gets lighter and it's right next to that dark? That's where your major wind is there.
I missed a bunch of super chats. Jules, thank you so much for your super chat. Welshie, thank you so much for your super chat. There's another one in there.
Oh, this is a great view. This is a great view. Golly, son. Whoever's controlling the cameras over there at the Georgia Department of Transportation, thank you for that one. No. Probably a malfunction or something. So yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. That's what we're looking at here in Georgia. We'll keep you updated as the storms get closer to Atlanta. I know that you guys are interested in that. So if I get any further updates, I will be the first to let you know what's going on out here. Okay. In the meantime, let's keep checking out our storm in Texas that Storm Runner Media is giving us an incredible view of here.
Ryan heads up on a great suggestion for our Y'allbot music. Hughes WX in the chat would love to see our tunes on iTunes, and even wants to make them into ringtones. That's a cool idea for spreading those y'all watch out vibes. What do you think?
It is on iTunes. Open up your Apple Music right now. Search Y'allbot, and you will find it. You can stream it if you have Apple Music. You can purchase the songs. If any revenue is generated from any of these songs, it's gonna go to the Y'all Squad nonprofit. So whatever you want to do, you can find it on Spotify. I think it might even be on Pandora. It's in TikTok. It's a TikTok sound. We did like the whole thing. Like Y'allbot's pretty much on a record label, y'all. There might be a world tour here soon. Yep, storm's moving into Cherokee County, Georgia now. We can kind of see the rain actually making it into view here. Oh, we could. Looks like we are losing power in a couple different places.
You ever seen me trying to play some Fortnite? Crap you. Crap you. Go kill yourself. Or you ended stream. Cut that out, okay? Cut that out. I